after 10. Are you ready to chit chat tonight? I'm just coming on just in case somebody decides to come on. Usually I have a few that joins me and I enjoy talking to you. This is kind of unplanned. I have a thought in mind where I won't come on and twiddle my thumbs. I have an old Medicare book that I'm using as a glue book, and I'm just gluing things there as I come across something from my Tops magazine or Healthy Living, and I just was looking in here and I might find something to chit chat about, or let me go in here and see if I can find my live here, and that way I can read your comments when you do come on. Let's see, where am I at? Okay, I see it. It's coming up. And I'm looking away just in case I can get this set up. I've already turned my sound down, so I know I will be okay. And I'll be able, those over there on my laptop, they stay up longer. When I just have my phone, which I'm videoing this from, the comments just stay just a few minutes. Hello, whoever's here. I'm so happy you're here. I hope you're having a great day. This has been a busy one for me. It's kind of odd day, let's put it that way. I did a lot of things, but some of them were necessary and a lot of lazing around, to be honest with you. And now I wanted to come and say hello to you. If you can, tell me where you're from, and if I know you, say hello. And if you have a channel, please let me know, because I like to know, if you don't mind. I was looking at this living the lifestyle, and of course we talk a lot about health, and I go to Tops, take off pounds sensibly, and I'm not pushing Tops on anybody. Everybody has their own way of taking weight off or trying to eat healthy, and this is the way I have been part of for many years now. I think it was 2006, could be 2009, a long time ago, that I joined Tops, and I've been going there ever since, and been a member, been a leader, been a weight recorder, different kind of activities that when you join a club many times, or a group, a lot of times you get busy, and if you get busy in your club, you find out you are part of it more, it seems like. So I was looking at the different ones, and let's see. Hello, Dave. It's past your bedtime. Well, I hate to tell you this. It's about 3 hours to my bedtime. Let's see, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, close to at least 2, maybe 3 hours. What about you? Now, you must go to bed pretty late yourself. Maybe not quite as late as me, but I don't know. I just got in a habit of it, and I feel like I get enough sleep. And actually, if I'm sitting here in my chair in the afternoon, and I did doze off today for a little while, maybe an hour. I'm not sure. Yep, it's you got the same time as me. We're in the same time zone here. So I hope you had a good day today, and it is about in its 80s right now. It was supposed to get okay, you get up at 5:45 to go to the gym. Oh my, yeah. Now I'm going to be getting up about 7:30, maybe. I could get up at 8. I don't have to be somewhere till 10. So I like those mid-morning appointments where I don't have to get up so early. Now, my sister Barbara, I don't know if you watched her. She was here this weekend, and she did some of the exercise. She gets up at 6 3 days a week and gets ready and goes to her gym. So she's more dedicated as far as going to a gym than I. I've already finished my 45 minutes on my recumbent chair already. Let's see. We had a big blowout. Oh, camp meeting tent revival all weekend. So many were saved, healed, and baptized. Oh my goodness, that is awesome. It's been a long time since I've been to a tent revival. I don't know that you noticed it, but my grandson, he's a missionary evangelist. This week they took their whole family to, their whole family except one, the youngest one, and they took him to his auntie where she had children for him to play with, and he was very happy. They were in Tanzania. I'm saying that wrong, I think. Africa. If you go on my not podcast, but if you go on my what's it called? Where I talk, and you can community page. I think they changed the name of it recently. I put a little video of his there. They had humongous crowds, and it was not a tent. It was an open field, most of it. They had the stage set up, but you can go watch that if you are interested in that, and you'll see where he was this week. And of course, people were getting saved and healed, and oh, it was awesome. I know not everybody that watches me probably understands that, but it's been a part of my life, and I've understood it my whole life. And it's in the Bible. If you believe the Bible, Jesus healed the sick. He saved their souls. So that's awesome for me. Let's see. What is that? Okay. Now, okay. Yes. Now, I don't understand. I didn't understand that little symbol there. If you can explain that to me, because I see a little picture there in a box or in a whatever. And I didn't quite understand what the picture is. Some of the symbols, most of them I understand, but I didn't understand that one. But so I think they're getting close to time to come home. And their 3 children went with them, and his wife, actually they was at a pastor's conference. They spoke there, and then they was at several different places that they went, and then the open air. And one of the little videos I saw, it was a blank field, and they brought big trucks in and everything. Okay, that's all it is. Okay, a cat box. A cat looking out of a box. Okay. Okay. Yeah, okay, now that you said that, I didn't put my glasses on. To see the little close-up things, I need to do that. So let me look at that a little closer. Oh, yes. I see the cat. Yeah. So today, like I said, I just kind of just hung around the house. I have some paperwork I needed to get done. I got that done. I thought about ordering some things for my grandchildren. I had asked for the sizes. And I started looking. I thought, oh, I don't know what to get somebody else. It's so hard to know what to get somebody else. So I've almost decided I might just send a little bit of money and say, can you shop for me? To the mama. She knows her kids better than me. My granddaughter would. So I might do that. We'll see. I might look one more time and then decide when I can do it or not do it. Okay. This man said I wouldn't. Oh, wait. This lady. I'm sorry. Okay. Sometimes it's hard to tell when they dress certain ways. Said, I wouldn't have looked into talking with my doctor about emotional eating if it wasn't for tops. Okay, that's a brand new shirt you're wearing. Actually, my daughter gave me this shirt, several, for my birthday. And this one is got the little daisies all over it. So it's one of my new ones from this summer. Actually, for my birthday back in Oklahoma, she gave me, let's see, I don't know, 1, 2, 4 or 5 shirts and a dress and several other things. I tell you, she really outdid herself. And she brought it all from Florida. And then, you know, I came from California to back there to the reunion and my birthday and all. And so I had it all to take home. Yeah, I like the blue and the daisies. And then these earrings, they only have a little bit of yellow in it. I could have wore some bright yellow ones. And by the way, this is one of the, remember during the pandemic and you had to wear a mask? I made this one. It's made out of a t-shirt. And it has elastic at the back. And it's wide enough you can put it over your face or you can pull it up for a little headband. So I thought, well, I've got yellow on. I'll just put that on tonight. So that's where my yellow is. And I do like yellow. It's kind of one of my favorite colors till I get the next color on. I wore a dress, the dress she gave me to church yesterday. I was a little nervous about wearing it. It was a little shorter than I like to wear it. Not too short, but yeah. But it's plenty of room so you could kind of pull it down a little bit. So it worked out good. But the color was really pretty. The bright, it was almost like royal blue. So yeah, it made it nice. So if you go to my live that I did Sunday on my my YouTube channel, you can see I was wearing the dress. Of course, I was sitting at the piano, but you can see the top of it. So it was pretty. I liked it. So have you ever thought about yourself being an emotional eater? I don't really think I am. There are some people that are, and I've heard of different ones. In fact, I heard of one lady not long ago. Let's see what you said. Oh, Anna, I'm so happy to see you here. I wasn't looking at my phone, and I was watching Roku TV and watching Waypoint Survival. The man was camping. When I was a kid, I used to camp a lot. That is tent camping. Yeah. You know, I didn't do too much camping when we was going. And I just noticed that you was live. Actually, I came on just a few minutes ago, so I'm happy you're here, Anna. When we were growing up, we never went camping. The only time that we went something like camping is we went to camp meeting. Our church would have them in the summer, and they had little cabins we could rent. I don't remember ever sleeping in a tent till years later. And at the camp meeting, we could rent these little bunks. I'm so happy to see you here, Anna. It's a blessing every time I get to see you. So I hope you've been doing well. You have to let us know how you've been doing and what you've been up to. And everybody else, let me know what you've been up to and what you've been doing and anything you want to share, of course. When we would go to camp meeting, they were just very crude bunk beds that we slept on and no electricity. Let's see, Anna said, I went to church camp and stayed in the cabins. Okay, were they kind of just rustic cabins? That's the way ours were. And actually at the camp meetings we used to go to, they cooked all the meals there. You know, we paid a certain fee and it was not expensive. You know, we didn't have big money at that time. And they had breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and it was always good. Of course, everybody got to volunteer to help in the kitchen too, so we didn't get out of there just scot-free. Let's see. I like staying in hotel rooms. Yep, I think I'm with you there whenever, Dave, these days, more so than used to. Now, over the years, we had, okay, yes, they were rustic, not fancy at all. Over the years, you know, we had, when my husband and got married, we had the back of the truck with just enough room to put a bed in, and we'd sleep there in the back of it and camp out. That was for a short-lived time. Then we got a tent trailer. This is over a period of years. Then we got then we got a motorhome, old one. And then we ended up the last several years we had a trailer. Actually, I think we might have had 2 trailers, but we had the one for a long time. And it was very comfortable to sleep in. Nothing fancy. We never did go high and expensive. But, you know, camping's not cheap. And then again, my husband, Richard, was a campground host for a couple of years. And oh my goodness, he loved that. He just loved it. He was like, I mean, he even grew tomatoes up there where he was camping. And then he collected cans. He was the dumpster diver at that time. Boy, you'd be surprised what people leave behind when they leave to go home from camping. And a lot of times it was just a little simple fix, and you had something really nice to either give away or keep if you needed it or whatever. And then again, he collected the cans and the bottles, and boy, we collected quite a bit of money that summer just from picking up the cans. While we was there, also on Sunday, we got permission to have a church service. So I took my little keyboard, and he would read some scriptures and talk a little bit on it, and I would sing some of my old songs, and hopefully it made little notebooks, little songbooks for everybody, and they could have the words, and we'd sing, you know, different ones that were more familiar with just anybody that would come. And so we did that, and that was very enjoyable. We totally enjoyed that. This was a public campground, and they gave us permission to do that. So that was a good time, good memories. And then we was there for the 4th of July, and we was able to put on celebrations for those times too. And it was a good time in our lives. And my son, you know, Josh, he's 36, I think. He was born in 88. He says those are some of the most fun times that he remembers. And actually, he takes his family camping now. My older kids, Gordon and Gail, Leslie, Anna said, I've never slept in a camper, only a tent or a cabin. Now, since I am 58, I prefer a hotel or a motel room, especially in this hot weather. Boy, you're right there. It would be in an air conditioning building, in the air conditioning. Yeah, it can be very uncomfortable if it's not just the weather's perfect. Actually, you know, our trailer was pretty comfortable. Of course, we didn't have it. We did have air conditioning, but when you're out there camping, I mean, we didn't stay where they had electricity available, so we had a generator at one time, but they're so noisy to run, and you're very conservative with all that kind of stuff, or most of all of us cheaper people are conservative if you have it, you know, because it does take a lot to run all those kind of things. And of course, where we camped, every afternoon we went down to the little river part where the little beach was, and all sat around and enjoyed ourselves, dipped our feet in the water, or got in and cooled off, and then sit there for hours. Sometimes you'd read and visit with your friends. A lot of our church friends would go camping there. In fact, a lot of them still go up there, I understand. Been many years since I've been there now, but it was a good place to remember, and we had such fun times there. And many times we'd play cards in the afternoon or in the early evening, and sit around and have s'mores and campfires. And one of my favorite things to do was would sit around the campfire and I'd say, let's all tell our most embarrassing moment. And and Richard can start. That's my husband. He was always a good sport about it. And then so he would go on to tell about his most embarrassing moment, one of them. And that was, we was walking at the mall, and this was a mall that had used to have stores in it, but then it had been changed over to workers, healthcare workers and welfare people, you know, it was their offices. And so all the workers would go for walks down the bare halls of this mall, old mall. And I mean, it was open to the public, so we could go there and walk also. One day we was walking and Richard had to sneeze. He sneezed and his dentures flew out of his mouth and went flopping down down, and he grabs them up, wipes them off on his shirt and sticks them back in his mouth. And as we're walking past all of the ladies, we hear all of them snickering. Yeah, that would be very embarrassing. Yeah, I was thinking of something just the other day that kind of embarrassed me. Now I can't think of it. One of my times that I was pretty embarrassed is I was on jury duty one time, and they'd sent us in and out of the courtroom so many times, you know, for all the recesses. And every time we'd come out, we'd, you know, check our phones to see if we'd gotten any phone calls or anything. And, you know, and then I'd make sure it was off. Well, I thought I made sure it was off. So, and this was a attempted murder trial. And there I was sitting there, and one of the defendants, one of the ones that the lawyer or whatever was talking, and he was presenting his case as why we should vote this way or that way. And all of a sudden, my phone rings. Oh my goodness. And I grabbed it and I tried to turn it off and it wouldn't go off. I couldn't get it off. You know, when you're trying to do something, sometimes it don't work so well sometimes. Anyway, they all stopped and excused me for a minute, and I went out. Oh, I was so embarrassed. And then I had to go back in and face all those guys. They didn't, you know, I was very apologetic, and they was okay with it, but I was certainly embarrassed. That really, sorry. That's one thing I don't like to do when I'm on YouTube, but sometimes you can't help it. So, did you guys have any embarrassing moments? I would think probably most everybody has had some along the way. And it seems to me like something just recently, and I just can't think of what it was. So, oh well, I guess it's not important. So if you have an embarrassing moment you want to share, that'd be fun. And but in the meantime, the camping was a good time in our lives, and like I said, Josh still takes his family camping. Oh, I was going to say my oldest son and daughter, now, you know, because they was raised by my ex-husband and I, and we didn't go camping, so they didn't have the experiences of going camping. So they enjoyed it once they got out and a little older, but not like Josh did. He was really loved it. And so it makes a difference how you're raised and what you're up to and what you do in life. That makes it. Okay, let's see. We was talking about emotional eating, and I was thinking about one of the ladies I just heard talk about. She said, I go to bed about 10 and I start watching these videos, and okay, Anna said, I can't remember anything embarrassing that I did. Yeah. Maybe you've been lucky and not had to have embarrassment in your life. Uh, I'm sure there's more times than that for me, but that's the one that stands out probably the most. Yeah. Um, the girl I was talking about, she was saying that she gets in bed and then she watches some shorts or whatever on her YouTube, and then at 11 o'clock she decides she's hungry and she gets up and goes and eats. And I don't know, once I get in bed, I never get up and go eat. What about you? Do you go and have some snacks? I know my husband used to do that every once in a while, but it was because he was, had sugar diabetes, and he could feel a low coming on, and he'd say, I just felt like I needed to eat something. And he would go in and always he'd pour him a cup of milk and get some cookies, like vanilla, not vanilla wafers, the Oreo type cookies, the cheaper brand. And he would dip those, dunk them in his milk, and that's what he would eat almost always. So that was his go-to snack in the middle of the night if he had a sugar low. So we all have those times that we want to eat something that probably is not good for us. Mine this week has been, well, it's not Rocky Road. It's got peanut butter in it. And of course, I don't have big servings, but I've been having my share this week. And Barb, my sister, was here, so we was having our little snack of that every day too. So that made it fun. And let's see. Anna said, yes, I felt hungry after laying down and did get up and get something to eat. Yes. I don't know. Usually, I have at times felt a little hungry, but once I get in that bed, I'm there. I don't want to get out for no reason. Well, and right now the weather's wonderful, but in the winter when it's cold, I don't keep my bedroom really heated up in the winter. It's just whatever it is inside the house, that's what it is. And it's never more than 50, 55 or maybe 60 in there, even in the winter. So yeah. Yeah, so isn't it wonderful? Dave's here too. We're glad he's here. So I love hearing from all of you guys here. It's such a wonderful blessing to me. By the way, I don't know that any of you listen to my testimony. You might find that interesting. It's how, actually, the reason I did it is at our church, some of the ladies have been giving their testimony at our Bible study. We have a Bible study series, and then every once in a while, in between a break, they ask one of the ladies if they'd give their testimony. And I thought at the time, I don't know that I'll ever do this, but I think I'll practice it. So that's what if you watch my video, it was Sunday morning when I put it on. It's titled My Testimony, something like that. It is really kind of a little mini glimpse of my life. Now, if you want the long version, you can go into my playlist, and it's like a glimpse of my life. It's like 30 some in the series. And it's little segments, and it's where we moved all over the country and what we did, and some of the ups and downs we had in life. And yeah, there was enough of them. So, but this is like about 20 minutes, I think, right around. And I didn't know that I could do it or not. And I thought, I really wanted to try it. And whether if I ever went to the church and did it, to the ladies, I don't know if I could do it or not. I can talk to you guys all day long, but when I started saying I can edit, but right here I don't edit. But if it was really, really bad, I could after you guys watched it one time, I could go back and delete the whole thing, but so far I haven't done any of that, that I had to do that. So, but God's been so good to me and brought me through all kinds of ups and downs in my life, which I'm sure he has you also. If you can probably think back, he's did something for you too, I'm sure. Yeah. Just about everybody I know, it seems like everybody I know, no matter who it is, it seems like they've had troubles and problems, but they haven't had to live in those, that it's not all every day, all day. They've had their ups and downs in life, and that's the way it is. The Bible says, in the valley, he restoreth my soul. You remember some of the songs that they talk about, and David in the Psalms, he's all times, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want, God's with us. And I'm so thankful that he is, because I couldn't live a day without him. And I don't want to even start to think about it at this point in my life. And so we was talking about emotional eating, and let's see, where was it? I was just looking at one. Maybe I'm going to find it. Maybe I'm not. It's funny when you want to show something and tell something, sometimes you find it, sometimes you don't right away. Okay, let's see. Oh, I'm going to look right here and see if I can find it. Amen to that. Yes. Okay. Now, have you been doing any exercises lately? And did you get a chance to see my sister Barbara doing her exercise this week? Actually, I was with her, and she was doing the most of the exercise. I stood back and let her do it, and she does a good job of it. And she's going to be 80. I said 85, and then I said, oh no, that's not right. She's going to be 86 on the 17th of August. So she's coming right along, and she's doing so well. So I'm so blessed. She still drives here from, probably about 35, 40 miles here to get here every time that she comes to visit me. And, we have such a good time. We went over to her granddaughter and her husband and family, and they're just the nicest people. We had such a great visit. And let's see, what else we did? Oh, we went to a birthday party to one of the little kids at our church. Actually, there was 2 little kids. I'd never been to their house, and the little kids gave me a birthday invitation. And so I told them my sister was coming, that, if it was okay, that her and I would be there. And it was outside, it was a swim party. Lots of little kids there. And in fact, my sister said, I never did figure out whose birthday it was. It was like a get together. They had barbecued hot dogs and hamburgers, and had potato salad and macaroni salad, all the goodies, that they tend to have at those kind of things. And we sat there and just visited with our friends from the church, several of them. Some of them have cows, and some of them have chickens, and let's talk about all of those kind of things. Of course, I don't have that. Our pastor's wife, actually, it's the mother of our pastor's wife. They were the pastors, and now they've retired, and now their daughter and her husband are the pastors. And Anna, it was a great party. She was talking about what kind of bug is that? I've never seen that one. Oh my goodness, I got it too. Now I need a Kleenex. I smashed it in my Kleenex. I've never seen that kind of bug before. The bug man came today. Did he bring the bugs in? No, he didn't even come in the house. Anyway, she was saying, I said, how many sewing machines do you have now? They was talking about it. She said, I think 30. Oh my goodness. I said, well, she collects sewing machines like I collect dolls. Only I don't have that many dolls. You know, I have, what, it's getting more than I planned to get. But my son gave me the 2 of them for my birthday, so that added more. uh, they're fun to have, so I'm blessed. Okay, let's see. This, I don't know whether this would be. Oh, I was just watching the Devore. I still call her the Devore Wild Fam. Hey, that's another little bug here. What is that? Oh, you know what? It's probably from the light. You know, give me a minute. I'm going to go shut this door. And maybe I've got the door a little open. I'll be right back. Keep talking. I'm going to keep talking. That might be why the bugs. I've never noticed bugs coming in like that before. It's summer. Maybe that's the reason. But I got to. Oh, no, I didn't. It's green. Let's see. Looky. Can you see it? Wait. See it on there? See my glass? Wait. It's already gone. Okay. That's excitement for the for the evening. There's a little green. Must like the light. That's all I can think. Okay. Excitement for the day. Now, what was I saying? Well, I was talking about the dolls, and then, okay, you guys, my old age moment has arrived. You say, oh, I know what I was going to say. That reminded me. I seen it said pizza spread. The Devore Wild Fam, only that's not their name now. I think it's Rebecca's something life. She lives up in Idaho. I've watched her for a long time, and she was talking. She had gotten, her neighbor had given her some yellow squash, so she made them like boats, cleaned out the seeds of them, and made them like pizzas. She had she baked them, and she put pizza. Well, she put some olive oil and some seasoning, and then she put some pizza sauce and some pepperoni and cheese on it. Maybe something else. But anyway, she said they were really, really good. And even their kids liked it so much. Okay, let's see. Anna said, and my nose is starting to itch again, you guys. Okay, Anna said, I can't go anywhere with my car. The water pump is going out. And I have to get that replaced. If I don't, it will leave me on the side of the road if it goes out. So I have to stay home. So hopefully you can get that fixed before long. Do you have someone you can have help fix it, or what? Because you're right. It's no fun to get caught on the side of the road. Actually, just recently, my brakes have been squilling for a long time. You know, I got these little bugs, I've never noticed it like that. And I'm using the same light, so that's kind of different. I went to, my brakes have been making all this noise, and I went to Les Schwab, which we've dealt with for years and years. We've gotten all of our tires from there, and our that's that little green bug here. Oh, they're little fast little things. There, I think I squished it. Okay. So, sorry, I'm getting distracted here. So I took my car to Les Schwab and asked them if they would check the brakes. And they did, and they didn't charge. Okay, let's see. Anna said the garage wants $1,000 to replace it. So my nephew Matthew and Dad are going to help me. Thank the Lord for that. You are so blessed if you have somebody to help you. Yes. On my breaks, I was so thankful they checked them out, and they didn't charge me for checking them out. So then they gave me a price, just the back brakes, or one of the front or back, one just one set of brakes needed replacement. They showed how many millimeters the pads were, or whatever, and they said it's not, you have to do it right now, but it's coming up. You need to be thinking about it very soon. And they gave me a price that they said is good for 6 months, and it was a little less than $500. So I don't know. I don't see my not doing it. So that's coming up. So I'm saving my money and putting away and make sure I got it to keep the car. If you got a car, you got to keep it in working order, and it's not cheap. The tags. I just paid my tags this week. There's not quite $200. So, of course, the insurance, all those things cost you money. And thank the Lord, you're blessed if you have the money to pay for it. And, if you get money in and you're not saving it towards some of that stuff, you really need to be. I mean, if you can't have a soda and save some money to get something fixed that you need to not have that soda, that kind of thing. Yeah, you're right. Cars are expensive, and but they're pretty necessary a lot of places you live. Some people that live in certain places could get by with maybe Uber and buses and all that, but I couldn't even go to church if I didn't have, I mean, I guess I could Uber to church, but that would be kind of weird. Of course, at this time in my life, I have a lot of friends I could ask for a ride. I do give people rides all the time right now. And so, if you ever need to, it's nice that you've been able to do it for other people, and you're blessed when they do it for you. So it costs a lot. Let's see. Anna said, yes, I am working on establishing a good savings account. It takes time. Yes, you're right. Yeah, a little here and a little there, to put in to keep the money coming in, and not all going out. If you do that, then it's really hard. You just can't hardly do that. Okay, I see I'm not getting on my glue book so much, but that's kind of like what is this? I gotta look at this recipe. Now this is not necessary. This is called Quick Cooking in the Taste of Home magazine. And this one has lemon broccoli pasta. Okay, a penny saved is a penny earned. Thank you, Anna. That is so true. And so many people don't even bother to pick up a penny. They see it on the ground. I don't know. I still do. Yeah. Okay, here is lemon broccoli pasta. That sounds interesting to me. It's chicken broth, lemon peel, lemon juice and lemon peel, garlic powder and pepper. Okay, then angel hair pasta, and then broccoli florets and sour cream, and then Parmesan cheese. That's pretty easy. Wow. That does sound really good. Let's see how it's you cook your you cook let me see. You combine the broth, the lemon juice, and the peel, the garlic powder, and the pepper, and you bring it to a boil, and then you add your pasta and your broccoli. Okay, so you're putting that in to cook it tender, and reduce the heat. Cook it for 3 to 4 minutes or until the pasta is tender. Drain Okay, then you drain that, and then you stir in the sour cream and the cheese. Oh my goodness, that sounds delicious. I could go for that one. It says 10 minutes to the table. Yeah, I guess that would be. I like easy recipes and not expensive. That wouldn't be too expensive either. I have a lemon in my refrigerator right now somebody gave me, and I need to use it before it gets too bad. Yeah, the bugs, I think it's the lights that's drawing them. I just noticed another little bug flying by. Did you see it? Okay. So I got on another book that's not as low calorie as my other, although they do have some in here. Do you guys ever eat orange roughy? That is a fish too, isn't it? It's frozen or fresh or frozen orange roughy, or red snapper, haddock, fillets, or cod, either one of those. And then it calls for butter and lemon juice and soy sauce and paprika. That'd probably be good. And that's broiled, so it would be pretty simple to make. I don't know. Do you make very much fish? Do you guys cook fish very much? It seems like I don't. I like fish. I like Long John Silver's. Does anybody go to Long John Silver's besides me? And that is not a low calorie place to eat, but I do like it once in a while, and it is once in a while. It's not very often. Okay, here's another one. I haven't heard this one. Garlic carrots. You have a pound of baby carrots and garlic, and a little bit of olive oil, hot water, salt, and dried thyme. I've hardly ever cooked with thyme. Do you guys cook that? Okay. Anna said, yes, I go to Long John Silver's. Do you get the fish and chips when you get there? That's what my favorite is. Love their coleslaw. And my husband used to get no fries, and he would get double on the coleslaw. He loved the coleslaw. So that would be probably maybe a little better than having the fries. Now, if you're doing real good, you should get the green beans and not the fries. And they used to have a baked fish. I'm not sure. I guess they still have it. When I was being really good, I used to do that. Not so much lately. You know, I'm kind of maintaining my own here. Okay. But that garlic carrots does sound really good. Usually I have the glazed carrots. Here's some time-saving kitchen tips. Let's see if there's anything that would save us time. And I like money too. Save money too. Let's see. Anna said, I get the fish, chicken, and shrimp platter with coleslaw and corn. You don't get the French fries? You're smarter. I'm sure the corn would be a little healthier than the French fries. Okay. That would definitely be better. Let's see. I was looking to see if any of these are very worth me telling. Okay, let's see. To prevent butter from burning when frying or browning, add a teaspoon of oil into the skillet along with the butter. Okay. You don't care for French fries? You are too smart. That's good. I do like French fries. I like them. I like McDonald's, and I like In-N-Out French fries. Actually, I like most French fries. And I don't eat a ton of them, and I like them with ketchup. How about you? You don't eat them. So if you ate them, would you eat them with ketchup? Okay. Let's see. What else we got here? This one said, when I bring steaks home from the grocery store, I put marinade in a large resealable bag along with the meat before I put it in the freezer. This allows the beef to marinate as it defrosts before grilling. Well, that would be a time saver. What do you think of that? You think you'd try that one? Okay. Now, on to, these books are always good. I think I got it at a thrift store one time. But it's new to me. Oh, look at this. This is asparagus puff pizza. Look at that. Let's see. How's that look? That would be different. Let's see how you do it. It calls for 2 pounds of fresh asparagus, and it has an pre-bake Italian bread shell crust. Okay. Let's see. Oh, and then it has, does it have the, okay. So then it has half a cup of mayonnaise and the 2 tablespoons of Parmesan cheese, a 1/4 teaspoon of dry mustard, and 3 egg whites. Oh, okay. How do they do that? Okay, you're cooking your asparagus first in a steamer basket over 1 inch of water. So you're steaming your asparagus, okay, and getting it tender, crisp tender. And then you drain it on the paper towels, and then place the crust on a ungreased 12-inch pizza pan. And then in a bowl, you mix the mayonnaise, the cheese, and the mustard, and you beat the egg whites until they're stiff. Okay. Fold into the mayonnaise mixture. Wow. Okay. And then spread over the asparagus. Bake at 450 for 12 to 13 minutes or until it's golden brown. How's that sound? A little different. I don't know. So it sounds like this crust, because the top crust is smaller than the bottom. It almost looked like a pizza crust on the bottom one. So a pre-baked Italian bread shell crust. Okay, whatever that is. But you can, you could do your own thing if you chose not to do it exactly like that. Oh, now we're getting into soup and green beans and all kinds of things like that. Have I lost you yet with the food? Made you hungry? Oh, here in the middle, they have these you can cut out and you can put them in a box with your recipes in it. Here's a garbanzo gazpacho. Is that the way you say it? And it looks like a soup, a cold one at that. And Southwestern spuds, Creole green beans. Now that one sounds good. Let's see what's in it. Now it does have bacon, which I wouldn't use. I love soup and green beans. Anna says, yes. This one has frozen green beans and bacon, onions, green peppers, a little bit of flour, brown sugar. Now that surprises me. Worcestershire sauce, salt, pepper, dry mustard, and then the tomatoes. A can of them. Now that sounds good. I think the Creole don't Creole a lot of times have a little sugar in it? Sounds like you make almost like the stirring the flour and the brown sugar and all that, and make it almost like a gravy. That one might be good. I might have to try that one. Trouble is, just me. It's another story. So I don't. Oh, here's another one. This sounds good. Mandarin glazed beets. Oh, that sounds really good. Do you like beets? Now, I like pickled beets the best, but this one sounds pretty good. This one has, of course, sugar. Okay, I don't eat bacon. I have never made anything that was Creole. I haven't very many times, and I don't eat bacon either. I don't eat meat. So when I say meat, I eat fish, but I don't eat like chicken and all those kind of things. The beets, let's see how that is. In a large saucepan, combine sugar and cornstarch. Add lemon juice, that's a quarter cup of lemon juice, and 2 tablespoons butter. So that's kind of your sauce. And then you stir in your beets, and you heat them thoroughly, and gently add 1 can of mandarin oranges drained. Now that sounds good. I could certainly go for that one. Did I make you hungry yet? There it is. Okay, I don't know whether I put this in this book, or I might put that in another book. Wow, there's a lot of veggies in this one. This is good. Now here's orange candied carrots. Yeah. You know, it's getting close to the time. I usually try to stay on here an hour, and I haven't had too many people chatting with me, but I'm so happy you're here. And if you wouldn't mind, if you haven't given me a thumbs up, I'd sure appreciate it if you would. And let me read another one of these recipes and see if it makes you hungry. This is orange candied carrots. This one you place your an inch of water in and your carrots in the skillet, and you cook them. You reduce heat and then cover, and you cook till they're tender, about 20 minutes. You have to you make sure you don't burn it. Meantime, in the blender, combine your butter, that's softened butter, cranberry sauce. Oh, now that's a 1/4 cup of the jellied cranberry sauce we use at Thanksgiving. Orange peel, brown sugar, and then you process that in the blender. You drain your carrots and drizzle with the cranberry mixture. I could go for that. Well, did I succeed in making you hungry? And I didn't get too far on my glue in the book, but I think we had a good time. I had a good time. I hope you did too. And I always like to pray with you before I go. If you get a chance, I'm going to go and load my video that I had ready for tonight. And if you stay around long enough, you might get to watch it before you go to bed. But if not, maybe you can watch it tomorrow. And Dave, you've been real quiet tonight. I hope you have enjoyed it and got some inspiration. I know you're very healthy in your ways. And anyway, I want to just pray with you before I go today and ask God's blessing on each one of you. Lord Jesus, I thank you for each one that joined tonight and chatted with me. I pray you'll bless Dave, and I pray you'll bless Anna and everyone else that comes along that I don't know who they're watching here, but you know. And I pray you'll bless them, God. Meet every need that is here. Lord, help Anna to be able to get her car fixed. Lord, we ask God you to bless her special. And God, we ask you that you meet each person's needs that comes here. Be with each one, and we thank you, God, for what you do for us and for your salvation, for your peace of mind. Bless each one, and God, we give you the praise in Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you. I'll be on in a little while on my video that I've already made today, and it'll be coming out in just a few minutes. Won't be long, and I'll be heading to bed, and I pray God will bless you. Thank you for joining me. God bless you.